All right, everybody, and welcome back to the Triple R Galaxy Network. And of course, I'm your host, the one and only Rock and Roll Rebel. And we got a good show today. We're going to talk about, obviously, what everybody else is talking about, the balloon floating over the United States of America, which is supposedly from China. So what does that mean? What does that mean? We do not know what that means. So we got a couple videos we'd like to play, and we're going to see what's real and what's not real, and not sure why we haven't shut it down yet. Shot it down yet. I mean, technically, this is a device. I don't understand why it's not shot down yet. It confuses me very much why it's not shot down much. And what's going on, people? Welcome. It's Friday night. It is Friday, February 3rd. It is 11:38. All right, let's get into first. Let's just get into the history of satellites and balloons. This was a recent satellite with a balloon attached to it that fell in Brazil. So let's see if we can't pull this up real fast. And yeah, this is my actual Twitter feed if you want to follow. Of course, you can follow me at Rock and Roll Rebel, all ones. I had to put the ones in because the L's are banned, supposedly. So, but let's get into this video. Let's get into a little bit of history of balloons and satellites and what's really going on. So let's play this real quick.
Pessoas não querem estar mandando. Não,
Não, mas não vai só a luz. Não, isso aí vai sair mais não.
Okay, so that's satellite people.
Lona tem muita aí, cara. Lona e lona pra quem quiser aí.
I believe it's from 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I could be wrong.
Aí não tem. Alguém tem uma faca aí na cinta? Vamos ver se nós tira direito aqui.
And then they had a press conference today.
Até falar esse bicho pra lá. Vamos puxar ele pra lá? Quero só a corda.
Talking about payload.
Vamos puxar ele pra lá? Vamos tirar ele pra lá.
Which everything I thought was payload was like explosive type stuff. Let's show the beginning real quick because they had satellite crashes in Brazil attached to. If you were a conspiracy theorist, NASA buys the most helium ever. Oh, there's the balloon. And then there's a, I guess, solar panel.
Isso é uma foto, não dá vendo pra cima?
All right, let's stop that. Where'd my mouse go? So what is it, folks? What is it? So technically, we know now there is a balloon flying over United States that the Department of Defense is saying that comes from China. So why wasn't it shot down? Supposedly it came in from Alaska. It cut through Canada. It ended up in Montana. A lot of people are saying online that Montana, I believe part of the Trident system is part of our Minuteman nuclear warheads that we can, like, if something breaks loose, they fire within a minute. There's a facility out there at an Army base. So what are we supposed to do, people? What are we supposed to do? It doesn't make no sense. Let's see if we can pull up the the path of way it's going to go. It's supposedly just going to cruise right around, bump off the East Coast into North Carolina, and we're not going to shoot it down to find out what kind of instruments are on there. And none of this makes sense. I mean, why would the president of the United States, who's the president of the United States? Joe Biden, which they say is could be compromised by China. I don't know. His Penn Center place was getting a lot of donations from China. But, I mean, let's see here. What's the latest on the satellite? What is the latest? Let's go to my profile. Oh, that's my mini bike. How do I get out of here? All right, we're learning. There's got to be a faster way to search Twitter, explore. Here we go. Let's type in China balloon. All right, this was February 2nd. This is when it all got announced. I think nobody knew what was really going on until, I believe, passengers. I read a New York Times or New York Examiner. Basically, I guess people were flying on a plane and they were looking out and they were filming the moon, because the moon is, I think it's almost full. It's very full. It's very bright. You can see it in the daytime this month. And they looked over and they saw something else. They're like, what's this? Cameras these days on cell phones are just, I mean, they're great. They filmed it and all of a sudden it's a satellite. The government didn't know. Nobody else knew. I mean, I'm hoping the government knew. NORAD, I believe, is the people that are in charge of the satellites and all that, and the imagery, and so they were tracking it, I guess. So now I'm like, why are you just tracking this? So supposedly it came from China. They watched it float all the way over here, and it's just floating. It's on a balloon. It's not going very fast, I don't think. And it's just, I don't know what instruments are in it, what it's taking, film, pictures. I mean, because I know satellites, supposedly, you can just zoom in and they can read the newspaper you're reading. I mean, not that anybody reads newspapers anymore, but that was the thing. So they're saying this is the path, and they had these strato tankers circling. This was the beginning. Yeah, this was all yesterday. And then eventually it flew over. This was the original photo of it. And they're like, say, what is this? And then the camera eventually zooms in on it. But in history, as I know it, a lot of, like I was saying, NASA is the number one producer, or buyer, of helium. And some people say all the satellites are up in the air on helium balloons. And maybe these are malfunctioning. And they're coming down. And usually people don't see them or pay attention. Because nobody ever looks up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever looks up. I'm a looker-upper. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going on, really? And, it's scary times. Just allow, if this is a China satellite, and they're saying it's the size of like 3 double-decker buses. I mean, that's massive. You don't know, what's it holding? What can it do? I mean, if that thing, technically, they could probably drop a warhead of hydrogen or whatever, atoms. You don't want them hanging out at your party. I'm going to tell you that right now. You don't want them hanging out. An EMP, knock out all the electricity. I mean, all the electricity got fried. I mean, you know how long that takes to pull wires? You got to pull wires. That's going to take years and years to get electricity back up and running. And that's scary. So what's going on? And Joe Biden's just sitting around, twiddling his thumbs. He went to Camp David, which I thought was very interesting. Camp David used to be the old Bush's hangout. It's not nearly as nice as Mar-a-Lago, because that is the White House of the Florida something. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, look at this. This is Donald Trump on Truth Social tweeted this out, which I don't even think the balloons would have came this way if Trump was there to tell you the truth. I don't know if Biden is compromised or what's going on with him. But it threw me off. It's just throwing me off. I don't understand. I'm not in the know. I understand the government's like, okay, we've been tracking it. We're trying to see what it's going to do. We're going to let it float around. Maybe we hacked it and they're in control of it. And then all of a sudden reports come out that there is a balloon over South America. So I don't know. I mean, are all the satellites just falling? Did something happen in space where it got real cold or real hot and the hydrogen cannot hold its molecules together and now all the satellites are going to come down? That's a big conspiracy theory. But, I don't know if I can watch this. I saw this guy today. This guy is a champion. Let me go to my profile. I guess I can, because if it's on YouTube, right? I know I can't play music because I've already got copyright infringements already. I got to fix that. I'm trying, YouTube. I'm trying. Let's let somebody survive. This guy right here is on YouTube. And this guy's a great guy. Let's watch this video for a second and see how this goes.
Welcome to the satellite hoax. All right, let's do this. It's a really hard pill to take when somebody says that satellites could be fake. But don't you find it a little suspicious that you can't find any real satellite pictures? It might be hard to be believed, but maybe we're all being deceived. Yeah, maybe. Listen up. Well, if you think you see one up in the sky, you can't see it with the naked eye, because a satellite is about the size of a car, at least 300 miles away. You can't see that far, whatever those thoughts are, to move in the night. I'm telling you, there ain't no satellite. Welcome to the satellite folks. Just another one of them NASA jokes. You get by me a picture of a satellite without bringing up a bunch of that CGI. Just a bunch of cartoons all over the place when I search satellites in space.
That's so very true. So very true. If you do search satellite images in space, you don't see any. You don't see any, but I mean, they said we went to the moon too, but let me get to the final point of all this. I got to wrap this up. I just feel like I'm rambling on because I really don't have no information, and it upsets me that there's a spy satellite, they're saying on the news, from China floating across the United States of America's airspace. And last time I checked, the United States of America did the checking. You know what I'm saying? We shot first, ask questions later. These days, who knows what's going on? We got commanders dressing up in dog masks, and it's Got one guy, didn't he steal a bunch of luggage? Or he was stealing ladies' luggages? The Biden administration is 100 times worse than Trump's. And what we come to find out is that Donald Trump didn't have that great of a cabinet of people surrounding him. He had Ray, Pompeo, a lot of deep state. Some people don't believe the deep state exists. It does exist. It's 100% real. I mean, with the laptop, Hunter's laptop, he's coming out suing now, saying that y'all stole my data. I need it back. So I don't know, folks. What the hell is going on? But you got to get out and vote. Make sure you get out and vote, because if you don't vote, you got all these knuckleheads in office. And they're just going to let satellites float across space, float across the United States of America, and just let them float. Just let them float, take pictures. I don't know what they're doing. They're taking, who knows? Who knows if they're going to drop an EMP? Who knows what they're doing? It's a sad day. But nothing but peace and love. Have a great weekend, and I will definitely be back. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. That's what YouTube wants. They want that. Follow your boy on Twitter at Rock and Roll Rebel. All ones. The L's have been deleted. I am banned. And thank you for tuning in to the Triple R Galaxy Network. And we'll see you again soon.